All right, now we're down to our last container of the day. And this is going to be our shade garden. And I do love shade gardens because even though some people think there aren't very many plants that you can put in them, there are. And they have a different texture to them, and it's just lovely. But this is going to consist of, all perennials. There will not be any annuals in here. So, as I said with the perennial sun garden, this, as it gets larger, you can transplant it into one of your flower beds. But it'll give you a lot of happiness. You could have this on your screened-in porch, a covered porch, or somewhere out in your yard, just as long as it's shade. It will take dappled morning sun, but no afternoon sun. All right, I'm going to put in just a little bit more dirt into this container. And then we will start going with filling it. And as with the other two, it does have the gravel and the screen in the bottom, and then filled with the very good potting soil. I'm going to start with this Monrovia Astilbe. Some of this off so that we'll have room. This is just a beautiful shade, and it's called Visions of Red Astilbe, grown by Monrovia. And their Astilbes just really outperform. Got several in my shade garden, and they've just done great this year. I'm going to have this little front and center, since it is large. And then I'm going to use this arborvitae fern. This fern is it's so beautiful. Really didn't think I was going to be a fan of this fern for years, but it just has such a different texture and quality to it than most ferns. It is a true perennial. It does go down, like it's sometime in November when it starts getting chilly, but it just is such a performer, as you can see, and it gives you such nice height and spread. It is a little bit, leggy right here, but that's okay because we can layer down from this, so this covers the legginess of this plant. But I do like it a whole lot. So we'll take this Brother Stefan Hosta. This also is a Monrovia. Love the flowers, and it coordinates so well with the Astilbe. Now with the Astilbe, as it starts fading, deadheaded, it will come back. As the hostas fade, you just need to clip those and trim those out. They do not rebloom, but they last for several weeks, so you get several weeks of such pretty blooms. I'll put it right here. So you've got that contrast, and you've got that overhang. This Monrovia American maidenhair fern. I know that a lot of people think maidenhairs are very difficult to deal with, but in the garden, it gets watered, and it will get bigger, beautiful. But it too is a perennial that goes down in the ground, and hopefully you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of this. But in the container, it'll be beautiful. I'm going to put this on this side, and see, I love that contrast with the shades, this chartreuse color with this more dominant, darker green just eliminates the chartreuse, and it just brightens up the whole arrangement. You get something for right here in the middle. To fill that spot, I went out to our nursery perennial hoop house, and I found this gorgeous Caribbean Sea coral bells, also another Monrovia product. I think every one of these plants in our shade garden are going to be Monrovia products, but we love Monrovia here at Millstone Market and Nursery, and our customers do too, so why not? Anyway, I think this is just a beautiful color, and it's just a little offset from our Stilby, but it's still somewhat in that family. And look how it goes with our hosta. It just sets it off. So we will pull this out right now, but we'll move it so that everybody can see me plant the back side of it. So with this Stilby, it has finished doing its flowering, and it will, but when it flowers, the way that I've got it positioned, the flowers will be coming out this way. So anyway, in this direction, so that it doesn't interfere with the hosta or with these leaves. So I'm happy with the front, and now let's turn to the rear, and we'll pray that the tabletop doesn't fall, because I didn't know it was going to do that. So here is the back side of the plant, and I am going to use these Solomon seals. I don't know if you know about Solomon seal. If you don't, you need to look it up. These things make a beautiful shade garden just in and of themselves. If you just had a sea of this, it would be beautiful. But in the springtime, they have these gorgeous little bell-like white flowers that come down, and they're absolutely stunning. And it's the variegated variety, like I said. So this, I'm going to want to plant outward. And I don't know why, but it always comes with all these shells on top. I'm not really sure exactly what kind of shells these are, but obviously they serve a purpose. Put a little more dirt. And it doesn't matter how messy you get, you can clean up later. So, and then I'll underplant some other things right in here. One more. And I'll probably underplant with some pretty little ferns that we got for the greenhouse. They came in yesterday from a company that I use. It's called Natchez Trace Nursery, and it's in Kosciuszko, Mississippi. And they've just got beautiful specimens also of annuals, perennials. So, as you can see, it's just going to be a solid wall of the Solomon sea. I'm going to get some different varieties right now of different types of ferns that we have here in the greenhouse. They're just smaller versions of what is out in our perennial hoop house. But I don't want anything big down here. I just want something that's going to skirt the Solomon seal. And I'll just use several different varieties. And you don't have to do it like that, but it just makes it a little bit more interesting when they get larger and you can see their foliage even better. All right, so the other varieties that I got, this is a pom-pom fern. This is the red maidenhair fern. And how beautiful is that? It has similar leaves to a regular maidenhair, like what we use on the front, but just much larger. Beautiful perennial fern. I'm going to kind of tilt that one out some so that you can see that red. And this is a Korean rock fern. So ferns make a beautiful perennial bed. I also love using Lenten roses, especially when they're blooming, but right now they aren't blooming right now. So stick with the ferns. Fern, come in right here. We'll moss it up just a little bit, like we did the others. And then use your little hand brush or paper towel or something, clean it up, and you'll have years worth of enjoyment out of this.